Hey, how's it going, guys? For today's video, we are doing a George Brett debut. Now, looking at George Brett's stats, I don't think he's better than Rogers Hornsby. However, if his defense is really good and his swing is good as well, maybe, just maybe, Hornsby will be replaced. George Brett has 123 contact on right, 85 power on right, 104 contact on left, and 77 power on left with 125 vision. So you already know his PCI size, especially against righties, it's going to be pretty similar to Tony Gwynn's. When it comes to his fielding, he has 86 fielding, 80 arm strength, 82 arm accuracy with a 78 reaction. So compared to Hornsby, who I've been using at third, his fielding is going to be much more superior. So when it comes to the comparison of speed between George Brett and Hornsby, obviously Hornsby's got the leg up on speed. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hornsby has 81 speed. But just in case if I'm looking forward to having a lefty in the lineup, or George Brett just has a really good swing, it is possible we may be using him over Hornsby. So for our lineup today, I would say, if I'm being honest, George Brett would probably hit 6th in my lineup. I would put Duke in the 3-hole. But for the purposes of this video, we have Tony Gwynn leading off, Alomar hitting 2nd, George Brett hitting 3rd, Frank hitting 4th, Willie Mays 5th, Dookie Poopy hitting 6th, Ron Jeremy behind the dish hitting 7th, and Cal Ripken still in the 8-hole. We're going to go ahead and search for a game. Hopefully it is played on Legend. However, as you saw, the bar did start at like 850, maybe even a little bit lower than that, because we're only rated 912. Been playing a lot on my budget account for the budget series. Let me know in the comment section, how much do you guys like that series? I want to know moving forward if that's a series you guys do enjoy. Our opponent today is Mr. Gotham 32, Vegas Strong 702. I understand what that means. Alomar, Gwynn, Frank. He's got himself a good team. Now, I find it interesting Ichiro's hitting 6 as opposed to Gary Carter or even George Brett. But hey, that's just how he rolls, and he's got Burt on the mound. This should be an interesting game, and hopefully, again, this is on Legend. We are clearly the away team, and this field is probably up there on fields that I hate. It's probably pretty close to Polo Grounds. It is almost physically impossible, especially with how the exit velocities are right now, to hit a home run. I would assume this is going to be a low-scoring game. I'm assuming this is not on Legend, considering how big the PCIs are. We swing first pitch, probably not the brightest move, and our timing definitely wasn't there. That's going to be out number 1, Tony Gwynn to Tony Gwynn. As you can see, I did change my PCI back to wedge. I keep flip-flopping back and forth between reticle and wedge just because I like that dot. It gives me something to focus on, so if I ever feel like I'm in a slump, or maybe I'm struggling, whatever the case may be, having that dot always seems like it puts me right back on track. All right, George Brett, first at bat, get us an RBI. I'll take anything, or even a home run. And, well, that is going to be a late hit. That's a double. I meant to check swing, but you know what? I'll go ahead and take it. Scoring on this field is almost going to be physically impossible. Continue the damage, Frank. Get us a jack. If anyone's going to hit a home run here, it's probably going to be you. And that is not gonna happen at all. That's gonna be a routine pop fly to Cal Ripken Jr. Still need one more base hit, and we can get ourselves that second run. Probably not the brightest idea to power swing. I feel like if I didn't power swing, might have been able to hit that ball a little bit better. And I have been swinging first pitch so far all game. Gonna have to change that because it's clearly not worked out. We got Zack Greinke on the mound. That is good news for us. I do like pitching with him. He's probably 3rd in my pitching rotation in terms of how much I enjoy using him, how good his stuff is. 1-1 the count. We're gonna see early on if he likes that slider. We did miss our spot. He was on it, but he was on top, so it ends up being ground ball. Alomar to Alomar, 1 down. First pitch, we're going 2-seam away, and by away, I mean over the heart of the plate. George Brett cannot make that play. Maybe his range isn't that much better than Hornsby's. And 1-2, we're going to throw that slider away. He's stealing, and what would have easily been a double play, he ends up getting away with it because he did do kind of a hit and run. First pitch, fastball up and away. It looks like usually when I'm facing my opponents, I throw that pitch a lot to see how good they are going the other way. 1-2, we're going to throw that loopy curveball, miss our spot, but we do get away with it. He is underneath it. Routine fly ball to Willie Mays. Damage avoided. And first pitch swinging. I did not learn from my mistakes in the last inning. However, we do get blessed. We got to change it up here. Ron Cummins, any other park, that is about 390 feet to right field. Any other park, that is gone. But like I said, this park right here, it is not going to be about power. 1-1 the count to California Ripken Jr. The man has been absolutely amazing for me so far. And again, we find ourselves in a situation where that's probably gone. Any other field probably shouldn't be power swinging right now. It's probably really stupid. We got Greinke up to bat. If anyone's going to get a base hit, it's probably you. You're lacking power. However, I'm also missing crazy bad. Greinke drives it into the gap. Like I said, if anyone's going to end up with the base hit, it's going to be the man with the least amount of power right now. Amazing that he actually hit it that hard too. Get ourselves our second run of the game. Tony Gwynn, you're also going to be a man who should be able to avoid the lineouts, and I am mistaken. Find ourselves lining out to the left fielder again with the Tony Gwynn to Tony Gwynn. Second time already. First pitch to Cal Ripken. We're going to go and throw that two-seam inside, jam him up. Frank Thomas is going to have a very routine ball. Common fielding, aka a gold glove defense, out number 1. First pitch to Ichiro. We're going to go and throw this changeup. Should be a good pitch. He's out in front. He's clearly now looking for that fastball. I have thrown it a lot, as he should have finally adjusted the way he is showing it. Get ourselves a routine ground ball over to Frank, but will Greinke beat Ichiro the bag just by a hair? Get ourselves out number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same pitch. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would like me to do a Gary Carter debut, or what card that is part of that new signature series pack. What cards you would like me to see used? All right, Robbie, right here, buddy. That is absolutely smoked. And common theme of this game so far, any other park, that is gone. That is absolutely a guaranteed tank. But at the end of the day, we get ourselves a triple with Robbie Alomar. George Brett, get us some more runs. Brett smokes it, and please tell me that is going to burn the outfielder. It doesn't. But good news is, batter before him, Alomar, did hit a triple. That is going to be a line out, but another RBI for us. Frank is going to drive that in the gap. It's a good thing we're finding the gaps right now, because that's going to be the only way we're really going to get our base hits. No home runs here today. I'll be honestly shocked if it happens. Willie finds us yet again, another double, maybe even a triple, depending how well he plays it off the wall. He does play it off the wall pretty good. So back-to-back doubles. We are now up 4-0. All right, Dookie Poopy, show us why you should be the natural born third hitter. Why are we going back? Are we going to get ourselves a triple that ended up dying? We are going to turn this into a triple. 74 speed. Duke is again showing us why he is a natural born third hitter in our lineup. Ron drives it, and that might have been a deep fly out of any other park, but nonetheless, he's going to make us now go up 6-0, assuming Ichiro. I have no idea where that ball was. It made the sound like he caught it, but we're okay. It is your time to shine, Cal. You've actually been pretty silent the last couple games, and that is not going to help the case. That is going to be a very routine fly out to left field, but we do, however, add 4 more runs. Our opponent is rocking George Brett as well. Our George Brett so far today, 1 for 1. 2 RBIs. Our opponent is taking out his pitcher, Burt, so far. And to be honest, I do understand it. We did touch him up every inning. We are up 6-0. We're going to go and throw this fastball away to Travis Hafner. I want to see him drive it the other way. Show me he's either going to be on time or at least punish me for throwing that pitch over and over again. 0-1. Like I said, repeat of that pitch. We do miss our spot, but it is still a good enough pitch, not over the heart of the plate. That's going to be out number 2. Just to get a free strike until he shows me he's going to punish it. Fastball up and in. See if he turns on it. He is late. However, it does burn George Brett. And so far, I am not impressed with his fielding, if I'm being honest. That is 2 balls that have gotten by him that maybe even Hornsby would have got to. 0-2 the count. We're going to try and be a little sneaky. And by sneaky, I mean make a terrible pitch. Full count. He is running. That is a good, smart baseball move. Full count, 2 outs. You should be moving, but we do get him to weakly pop out to right field. Let's go get some more runs. Our opponent brings out Zack Britton and Zack Greinke. The 2 Zacks will be going head-to-head, and Zack Britton, not Zack Greinke, ends up winning that at-bat. That is out number 1. Tony, I waited just a touch too long, and we were probably, honestly, a touch underneath it. There's going to be another out to left field. Tony is going oppo today. Robbie gets all into that one. Is that going to burn his outfielder? That is not. That is 2 home runs Alomar would have had if we're playing at Ship It. We haven't shown him this pitch a whole lot. So on the 1-2 count upstairs on that fastball, he is jammed. He is late. It's going to be a routine fly ball over to Dookie Poopy. Out number 1. 1-2 slider over the heart of the plate. That is bad. Alomar does not have the range, so it's going to be a base hit. Man on first, 1 down. Let's get this double play. Get ourselves 2 free strikes. Throw those fastballs away. Still late. Get ourselves a routine pop fly over to George Brett. He makes a play, the first one of the game for him. Fastball low and away. See if he strains it out. He went with the pitch that time. He did, however, get on top of it as a routine ground ball over to Frank Thomas. George Brett, we were a touch underneath it. That is going to be his first at-bat where he does get out. Obviously, last at-bat he did get out, but it was a sac fly. Frank lines out. Damn it. Damn it. Willie, don't get down, get down, get down. All right, we got ourselves our first base hit against Zack Greinke, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Who would that bring up for us? That brings up Dookie Poopy Droopy Bloopy. Lefty, lefty, crime time for the Dukinator, and we do not straighten that out. All right, so he ends up pegging Duke, I think, in the face on an 0-2 count. We'll take it. Ron, the Dawn, Jeremy, find a gap for us right here. Ron is going to scream it right to Tony Gwynn. It's going to be out number 3. 1-0 the count to George Brett. You already know what we're doing. Fastball. That is not where I wanted that one at all. That ends up finding the heart of the plate, and he lines out to Cal Ripken Jr. D. Gordon, D's nuts up at the dish. He ends up getting a fastball away. 0-1, fastball away. I know we're being super repetitive, but if something keeps working and you know it's going to keep hurting him, might as well keep going back to that same pitch until he shows you he's going to change up his ideas, and he is late on that pitch. However, it does find a hole. Man on first, 95 speed. He is definitely going. We're going to go ahead and bring this fastball up and in. That's going to be a great pitch, and he ends up getting jammed for late hit number 2 in the sequence. Slider inside, ends up being a great pitch. Please, oh my God. 3 late hits in a row. Can we get ourselves a double play? Get ourselves out of this inning, and everything will be a-okay if that happens. Fastball inside. That's going to be a great pitch. Guess what? Jammed again. This time it doesn't find a hole. You're not going to be able to score on that. So now we are 1 out away from getting out of this jam. 0-2. You can already guess what pitch is coming. Fastball inside. He is late. Jammed again. Routine ground ball over to Cal Ripken Jr. Throw it over to first. Out of the jam. 3 late hits. Don't come back to bite us. Cal shoots it the other way. Think we were a tad underneath that one as well. It's going to be a routine fly over to Ichiro. We need to get ourselves a base runner early on here. Change up how this game is going. Greinke pops up as well. That's going to be out number 2. Tony hits it to left field again. Jesus Christ. I mean, he is pitching Tony Gwynn away, so it's not like we're being naturally late with him. But he has not gone up the middle, and he shouldn't have gone up the middle or pulled it on that pitch, but we did. First time he didn't line out to left field. 0-1, going with the same pitch over and over again. Get ourselves a ground ball. I think we didn't need to lay out. I thought that was hit a tad bit harder. Nonetheless, so ends up being a base hit. Fastball up and away to Ichiro. 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 Get the strike 3 on that one. Threw the same pitch 5 or 6 times. This time blow by him. 1-1 to Gary Carter. That is not a good pitch. However, it ends up being an amazing pitch. Not by choice, but by RNG. Jesus blessing us. Locks him up. Get ourselves another out. Fastball up and away. Oh my God. All right. He burned us finally. Will we actually hose him at home? It's going to be a close play. Ends up being safe, beats it by a hair. We're going to throw the slider correctly this time around, get exactly what we needed. A weak fly out over to Duke Snyder out of the inning. So he brings out Aroldis Chapman. Obviously, that is not ideal for George Brett. However, it is another bomb at any other field. Alomar, you usually don't have this much pop. That could have been his fourth. That could have easily been his third, but that might have potentially could have been his fourth. George Brett lines it into right field, gets down. George Brett 2 for 3 on the day, a double, a single, a routine out, and a sac fly. Frank lines out. All right. That has been a common theme these last couple innings. However, we were out in front. Willie, oh my God, if we straighten that out, we actually might have had a home run there. Willie hits an absolute missile. That thing had to have come off the bat at 115. Nonetheless, so it is now. Up and away with a fastball. You already know what we're doing, and he has shown that now he's going to hit that fastball away. He's got his timing for it. 2-2 the count. That it is going to be not the greatest slider I've ever thrown, but a potential double play, and he beats it out. But we do get the lead runner. I'm going to try and burn him upstairs with that 4-seam. Blow it by him. Get ourselves another strikeout. All right, get there, Ron. Show off the wheels. Atta boy, reaching. Get into that ball. Ron with the absolute amazing speed. 69, marvelous. Get ourselves out of the inning. Duke gets it down the line. We burn the first baseman. However, that is not going to be a double. Ichiro's got a cannon. No point in pushing it. Got our leadoff runner on. Ron, damn it. That's going to be another out. I thought that we might have caught that off the end of the bat. All right, California Ripken Jr., you've been really quiet, and you will continue to be quiet. Now, this time it was my fault. I might be looking forward to trying out Gary Carter, put our cap around Jeremy back at shortstop, just see how it all plays out. Since we have Hornsby on the bench, we're going to go ahead and use him. That's the cool thing about this is, worst case scenario, George Brett might be one of our bench bats. Maybe not. But Ryan Braun, we have him as well. There will be a debut for him coming shortly. Hornsby. Dude, I'm sorry. I am so sorry we put you on the bench. He is not happy. That was a bomb. Tony Gwynn. Oh my God. I'm actually curious how many potential home runs we have lost just because of this field. We're going to go ahead and bring out Bruce the Deuce. Throw that first pitch splitter. He is out in front. 0-2 the count. Even though it's Bruce the Deuce, we're going to give him that 4-seam. Jam him up. Frank Thomas, Gold Glover. Although I don't know what the hell that was, out number 1. Bruce is one of those cards that I do like. However, certain opponents, he's clearly a go-to choice. And other opponents, he may not be the best choice. In this case, anyone who cannot pick up on speed differential, he's going to be your best card to go to. Get ourselves a routine ground ball over to Cal Ripken Jr. Diamond defense. Out number 2. 1-0 to Gary Carter. We haven't actually thrown a fastball away all inning. Will Tony Gwynn get there? The wheels will get there. All right, Robbie. If you hit another potential jack. All right. I was going to say, you could have probably had 5 this game. But he gets a base hit up the middle. Lead off man on again. George. Damn, son. Maybe we're tad out in front, but it's going to be a hard loud out number 1. All right, Frank Hornsby went deep. It is your turn, and by your turn, I almost thought I was talking about a double play. Anything but a double play. A smoke through the hole. I will take first and second, 1 down, up 9-1. 3-0 the count. Usually I'll be green lighting this because I expect the fastball over the heart of the plate, but ends up almost beating him again. Bases juiced, and oh my God. We may have 9 runs, but we are absolutely pissing on the ball this game. 2-1 the count to California Ripken Jr. He could turn his luck all around here, and he does not do that. Gary Carter might be coming to the team. He might be coming. We could also always bring Pudge back. I mean, that's always an option. He is a card that we have that obviously you can't sell. Maybe we end up going to the Pudge Ron Jeremy combo, the double team, double penetration of that team there. But, you know, honestly, I don't know yet. We'll give Cal probably one more game, see how he does. 0-2 the count. We're going to go ahead and throw a fastball inside to the GOAT. Jam him up. George Brett finally shows the range. Splitter low and away. Gets the job done. Cal Ripken Jr. gets himself another routine ground ball. Ends the game for us. We ended up winning 9-1. And Alomar still somehow is the player of the game. And he missed on at least 3-4 home runs. So the notable players for us, obviously Alomar, 3 for 5, a triple, a double, 3 runs scored. Dookie Poopy showing why he needs to be in the 3-hole for us. 3 for 3, a triple, an RBI, 3 runs as well. Willie Mays, 3 for 5, and Hornsby showing us why George Brett probably shouldn't be here. 1 for 1, comes off the bench, hits a 2-run bomb. Probably had to hit it 500,000 feet to get it out of the stadium. But either way, he did it. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.